Why? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode or another adventure here in Pete and Jeremy's D&D time. We're ready for game 2 tonight. We have 4 pretty radical players and characters joining us. And let's just dive right into it. So, first and foremost, Joy Slaughtermurder, our favorite Tiefling Paladin. How you doing? Joy?
What? Hi!
Joy, how are you? It's been a while.
Yes, it sure has. I've been spreading cheer and joy, and soon it's becoming the 4th of July.
What's the 4th of July?
Well, that's when I gather up fireworks and shoot them at anyone who's sad.
That sounds like a great way to spread joy.
Yes. Well, I shoot them into the sky if everyone's happy, but you gotta have a little incentive.
Exactly. It'll definitely encourage people not to be sad to get shot by fireworks. I'm wondering, Joy, do you do that every year? Celebrate the 4th of July every year?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, okay. Exciting.
Well, it is my birthday.
Oh, it's even better. So for your birthday, you get a bunch of fireworks and shoot them at people who are sad.
Yes. Okay. Bliss never rests.
Oh, absolutely. Now, Joy, if somehow people haven't figured out just from this basic conversation, can you just tell everyone what your MO is, what your goal is, one of Bartholomew's adventures? Obviously, to spread joy, right?
Yeah. To everyone in all of the land of DnDTime, I'm going to beat the cheer into them.
And you know what? We always love that. We're a cheer-centric channel. Well, Joy, welcome to this adventure. I'm sure you're going to have a great time. It's going to be a good one. Next, we have returning character again, Lotho Goldworthy, the Lightfoot Halfling Monk. Lotho, I don't believe I've had the pleasure of playing with you in the past, have I?
No, you have not. So it's great to be here with you, though.
Lotho, so I got to know what's your deal? What brings you to Bartholomew's employ?
Well, as with anything, the pursuit of treasure and money as I travel around and try to sell some citrus ale to many taverns and pubs and sailors, wherever they may be.
You see, that is a truly righteous, and I respect that goal. The citrus. So I'm wondering, do you brew your own citrus ale? Is it a family thing?
It is. Well, I'm a monk, obviously, so I come from a monastery, and that's what we do. We create a citrus ale and then other various flavors, but the citrus is the cream of the crop. We had a cherry flavor, but it stained all the nobles' lips red and got them in trouble with their wives. So we're focusing on the citrus.
Ooh, yeah, you never know with that kind of thing how it might be taken. Well, Lotho, I wish your citrus ale sales business the best. Now, I do got to ask, a lot of folks are here for cash money, dollar bills. How do you feel about the Bartholomew bucks that you keep getting paid as your reward?
I quite enjoy them. They lead to some interesting items that can help me on my journey and along the way. So pretty excited about them. Ready to use some.
Oh, yeah? Nice. And plus, if you needed gold, you could always sell the stuff you get with Bartholomew bucks for gold. Easy peasy.
That is true. I'm sure it's worth quite a bit.
Some of it certainly is. Anyway, Lotho, welcome again. It's going to be an exciting adventure. I hope you enjoy it. Next, we have Astraea, the human fighter. Astraea, how are you doing?
Hi, I'm not doing so well.
Oh.
Why are you sad?
Well, that might not be sad, Joy. This might be like ill. What's wrong, Astraea?
I am going to have to take some penance. I've been away from the order for too long, and unfortunately these Bartholomew bucks we keep getting paid with, I can't send them back because they can't use them. They're So I have to figure out some other kind of money.
Now, in between your adventures, you don't go back to your order? Is it just too far away?
Yeah, it took me a while to get here. So it's pretty much across the world.
Yeah. Well, on the bright side, right? It'll take them a long time to get that punishment here, right? For not sending back enough money.
Well, it's
Maybe
self-penance, really.
Oh, I see.
Can't run away from it if you're
Very noble.
Maybe we can get you some gold on the way.
Yeah, you never know.
That would be useful.
Well, I wish you the best, Astraea, and finding large sums of gold throughout your adventures. Maybe you can find some today. Who knows? Who knows what you can
You could send some L back.
I might go bad that long. I guess if it's correctly stored.
It's powdered. Just add water.
Oh, I see. That's the best.
Powdered ale.
Yeah, cool ale.
Instant ale. Perfect. Anyway, thank you. Welcome back, Astraea. I wish you the best, and I hope you're not too hard on yourself, because if you are, joy will be even harder on you. So just keep that in mind when factoring in your self-penance, that you got joy to deal with too. And
maybe I'll take that as my penance.
Joy, you heard him.
Hmm.
And last but certainly not least, I would like to welcome our fourth adventurer, Elysia Silverblood. Protector Aasimar, Sorcerer, welcome. Elysia, how are you?
I'm doing quite well, Jeremy. It's quite the pleasure to be back.
Now, Elysia, I'm wondering, what have you been doing? I know you kind of fill in this sort of religious order, right?
Yes.
I wonder what's your goal with them? Are you like actively helping them to like grow? Are you evangelizing, or are you just kind of doing your own thing?
Well, when I'm not adventuring, I typically help Father with the temple. I've been managing a bit of the finances there. It's truly a mess. I don't know how he's managed this long without me.
So Lance Silverblood, are one of our myth tier heroes. Apparently, not the best with money, it seems.
I can't imagine.
He just
really should have hired someone.
He just came in the other day and dropped 1,200 Bartholomew bucks on a very powerful magic item. Is that something that your temple can just afford to do?
Wait, how many Bartholomew books did he spend now?
You didn't know. 1,200 Bartholomew bucks, Elysia.
I'm going to have to work 3 months of the budget to fit that. When will he learn, Father?
Well, Elysia, I'm sorry to have given you another headache, but welcome back nonetheless.
Thank you, Jeremy. I hope to have fun today.
I hope you have fun too. So for this game number 2's adventure, you all are heading to the Central City Zoo. Victorious, a paladin featured in game 1 tonight, king of the campus at the Academy of Light, has hired you all to scope out, or he's hired a whole bunch of adventurers to scope out different potential date locations, as he wants to ask a cute exchange student, a dryad at the Academy of Light, to prom, the upcoming prom.
Oh, that's so cute!
It's so cute. And so you're a group of adventurers who've been hired to head toward Central City, one of the more advanced, almost industrializing areas in the land of DnDTime, to visit the Central City Zoo, one of the most famous locations in all of the land of D&D. World-renowned is the only zoo. And so,
Internationally known.
It is, in fact, internationally known. And so you have all made your way into Central City. Central City is a fairly bustling place. You see very large buildings, some of them standing 10, 15, 20 stories tall. You see not electric street lamps, but magically powered street lamps with strange little glowing gemstones in them. You see the occasional, albeit rare, horseless carriage. You see people walking around with basically newspapers, some typed print. And yeah, as you walk down the road, you know that ahead of you, just on the right, the thoroughfare should open up into a large, centralized kind of city square where the entrance to the zoo is. And as you kind of approach that area, everything around you kind of gets darker. With every little step you take, it just feels like it's getting darker and darker and darker. And the world feels like it's closing in on you to a degree.
Elysia will kind of look around at the darkness and boop Astraea with a light.
Well, it's not black
this
darkness.
darkness.
It's just... It feels like it's looming darkness. It's just falling down all upon you.
My Joydar is going off.
Yeah. It's driving you ballistic, Joey. As you...
Something is gloomy!
Very gloomy, that's the word I'm looking for. As you begin to approach, you hear in the distance a crack of thunder. And right as you kind of reach the corner to the city square, turn, you look, and you see before you an empty area, hundreds of feet wide and long. This city square was once a bustling place. You see bits of trash just kind of scattered about. In the center of the square, there was at one point a large granite fountain, but at this point, it's simply a raised plinth, some water on the inside, and smashed stone figure in the center. You see at its base a abandoned, weathered wooden stool and what looks like beaten up top hat, where a musician or performer may have once entertained. You see abandoned stands where merchandise or goods may have been sold. And on the far end of this square, you see a large red brick wall, once majestic and signaling the zoo, now dark and stained with indiscriminate darkness. There's a large marble archway, which once signaled the entrance. Atop it, a marble Pegasus stands. It also seems defaced to a degree, and black stains drip down its eyes. What do you all do as you kind of turn this corner and see this horrorscape?
I do believe this has seen better times.
At least they won't have any trouble finding parking for their carriage.
Did we make a wrong turn? This can't be the zoo, can it?
Lotho goes over and picks up the top hat, puts it on, and he looks over and he says, "How does it look?"
Awesome!
In reality,
Really?
it looks kind
Great.
of beat up. There's a single copper piece in the top hat, seeming to have been weighing it down. It's somewhat damp and musty from just sitting out in the open.
Oh, a copper. Dibs.
Must be your lucky day.
It was on tails. But you don't have to tell Joy that. But yeah, you see this large archway before you that leads into the zoo. However, an impromptu, kind of hastily put up brick wall is standing on the other side of it, blocking any sight into the zoo.
I'm gonna take the copper and just flick it into the fountain like you would, like a wish, like flick it.
Okay.
Ping! And then just walk on by.
Ah, Lotho, what's your wish?
To be...
Wait, he can't tell you. Then it won't come true.
Oh, that's right.
That is true.
I hope it's a good one.
Almost got me.
Phew,
The zoo closed?
that was a close one.
As you say that, Astraea, you look ahead of you. It doesn't seem closed. There's a little actual wooden sign stuck up right outside of the front. It just says "Zoo open under new management."
Oh, I think we should still check it out.
Oh yeah.
Check out this sign.
No, the zoo.
Let's go.
he's asking out a dryad, so she might be interested in caged animals, you know.
As you say the
Dryads are pretty wild.
As you say the word zoo, there's another crash of thunder, and you see a flash of lightning just across the sky. Nothing down, but the lightning is an awful, sickening green color.
Green lightning.
If the dryads like it wild, we could release some of the animals. That's sure to be both wild with animals. She might really like that.
But it may make the animals upset.
To be out of their cage?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we could always put them back in if they're upset.
Well, I guess so.
Maybe we should find this new management.
Now that's just crazy talk.
Why would we want to speak to the manager? He doesn't seem to be terribly good at managing.
Begins to lightly rain.
Well, either way, let's head in through the door.
I knew
All right.
I should have brought an umbrella.
Lotho, you're the first one to kind of move forward. As you approach the stairs that lead up to this marble archway where the brick wall has been placed up on their side, something happened. And all of you see the massive black-stained marble Pegasus kind of turn and look down toward you as you approach.
Hello.
Does not respond.
Wait, is it a real Pegasus?
You've only ever, I mean, you maybe have seen the zoo before in its better days, but it always seemed to be a marble Pegasus, and it just appears to be looking down at you. Still seemingly made of marble, but bending as though a flesh and blood creature.
Hello.
Elysia will be waving behind Joy at it.
It is not reacting at all. Lotho, do you continue to, take your first step up the stairs toward the entrance?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
As you take your first step, I'm going to need... Well, actually, I don't think any of you need to roll for initiative. You all see the marble Pegasus leap off of its posting and swoop down at each of you. And so this is going to be an attack against each of you. So this is against Joy. Oh,
Okay.
I need to roll that publicly.
Hit me with your best shot.
It's got a 15.
It's not its best shot.
Okay, Lotho, I don't think it's a 12 against you. Astraea,
Nope.
an 18 against you. And Elysia, a 20 against you.
Elysia is barely conscious.
Yeah, so while most of you are able to avoid this sudden attack, you all see the Pegasus swoop down and kick at you. You see trails of black vapor falling from its wings. And then suddenly it's not where it was. It's just back up on top, like it never swooped at you at all. Even though, Elysia, you just took a massive blow. You feel the ringing in your head. It feels like you were just hit by a truck. You saw it come right at you, and now it's just back.
Someone throw me at it.
Throw you at it?
Yeah. I'm gonna joyful in it.
Joy, you're sitting there all ready to go. The Pegasus doesn't seem to be moving. It seems to just be totally stationary at the moment.
Are you guys gonna do it or what?
I can't throw you.
Okay, what about you, Astraea?
Why would I want to throw you?
Cause I can beat up the horse.
So can I, and I can do it without being thrown.
But
Ooh. Can I?
that wasn't very nice.
Is there any way that I could perhaps speak to it telepathically through silent speech?
You could try. Oh, right. You have a feature that allows you to do this, correct?
Yes.
You can absolutely try.
Halfling and common, so I'll try to speak to it telepathically in common and halfling, just to say, hello, who are you, and what the heck was that?
It doesn't seem to react at all.
Oh, okay.
How high up on the pedestal is it?
It's at the top of the arch that is the entrance into the zoo.
Does it still have the black gooey stuff on it?
Yeah, it looks like it's just black gears stained down its eyes and kind of smeared along its torso. It's about 20 feet up. It's fairly large arch.
If you're so great, Astraea, why don't you go do it then?
Sure, it's ridiculous to be afraid of a statue anyway, so I'm gonna go up to it and I'm going to swing my war pick at it.
Okay, how are you going to get up to it? Because it is 20 feet in the air.
Oh.
It's on the top of this arch.
Oh,
Well, I'll just walk forward then and goad it into coming at me.
Yeah, you take your couple steps up the stairs, it does not move. It seems that it doesn't seem to be bothering you anymore.
So this is the archway that we walk through to go into the zoo?
Yeah, except on the other side now there's just a red brick wall that's been put up.
Astraea!
No way into the zoo?
It doesn't look like it, but this is a very strange brick wall. Looking at it, something just feels off about it. It's the kind of feeling you get when you look at an illusion. That just something's just not quite right.
I'm gonna take a dart and just throw a dart through it. See if I can throw it through.
It goes right through.
Oh, I don't think this wall is real, guys.
But what about the Pegasus?
Hasn't attacked me yet. I'm just gonna keep going.
Fine.
Lotho's gonna go ahead and just stick his hand up to the wall to see what happens. Just like reach out and touch it.
It is cold and almost slimy to the touch, but your hand kind of passes through it, almost like a gelatin, a slightly less dense gelatin. But yeah, you're able to pass through it. It doesn't hurt you.
Okay. Well, I look back and I say, well, let's go. And
Yeah.
I just jump through. I just jump through it.
All right, Lotho disappears through the brick wall. You all see it kind of, its form ripple as he passes.
Yeah,
Joy's
Astraea
gonna
will
jump
just
in
walk.
after.
Okay, Joy rushes through. Astraea
Just stroll, like, saunters on it.
and Elysia.
Elysia is going to try to jump twice to get within range of prestidigitating to clean the Pegasus, and eventually give up because she cannot jump 10 feet and kind of walk in not disheveled, crestfallen. That's what I mean to say.
Crestfallen.
Yes, the Pegasus seems unmoved as you give up and walk through to join the rest of your party.
Think it was just a trap.
The rest of you appear on the inside of the zoo. The rain seeming to kind of give way ever so slightly. The first thing you see as you enter, on your right side, there was an exhibit here of some kind. There's a fence. You can see that there was grass and like big fake boulders and trees, but it seems empty. There's nothing there, and this kind of small. Maybe they'd put like alpacas or something relatively harmless there. Alpacas are actually kind of harmless, kind of harmful. You know, something very docile. Like they put like giant turtles or whatever there. On the other side, you see another exhibit: chain link fence, bamboo kind of. Bamboo topper to it. There's a pit, goes maybe 15 feet down. Going over and looking in, it is also empty. The entire place seems beat to hell. You see occasional just kind of black smeared stains in the ground. However, the main thing that draws your attention is you now appear on the other side of the wall, slightly damper than you were previously. You see a billboard, a signboard that would show the different locations in the zoo, the different attractions. Looking at it, it's kind of distorted to a degree. It seems to have been heavily altered. There are strange kind of redactions, literal just black boxes over words that would be exhibit names. You see very peculiar symbols in a language none of you really understand, that are off-putting, but seem to be in a very distinct and intended order. Something about them feels cohesive, despite the chaos of the layout. However, there are a few words that you do recognize, a few exhibits that have not been redacted that are listed there. And they are Basilisk Pit, Kuotoa Cavern, Mimic Manor, Terry the Terrace, the Picnic Area, and the Gift Shop.
Ooh, let's go to the gift shop!
The mimics are still here.
But then we'll have to carry our stuff through the rest of the zoo. That doesn't make any sense.
But I want to buy a cute little...
We could get
On our way out, so we don't have to carry it everywhere.
All right, but how am I gonna make the animals laugh at the stuffed animal version of themselves?
What animals? And I'll gesture to all the empty pens.
The basilisk and the cool blah blah and the other ones, the mimic manor. That would be fun to have a little mimic plushie, wouldn't it? It would be funny. You
Would it be a
meanie.
Or would it just be a plushie of a chest or a manor or a chair?
I don't know.
We
I
should
guess
probably
we can
investigate
check
that.
it out, but this is looking less and less like an ideal date spot all the time.
It's fine.
It depends on what you're into.
I'll bet you anything the gift shop is closed.
What kind of a dryad is she? If it's something a little darker, she might quite enjoy this place.
Yeah, unfortunately, you guys don't know. You were just told a foreign exchange student, a dryad. So you're.
Yeah,
not
I
really-
think you're being a little racist there. You know, there's a difference between hardwood dryads and softwood dryads. You know, they're not all alike.
Are there fruit-bearing dryads? Oh, I bet she's a peach tree dryad.
An evergreen?
Could be.
Well, where would you guys like to go? The Basilisk Pit?
Yeah, I mean, what's your goal? Where are y'all heading? You got to pick an exhibit to go. You got to check out the zoo and make sure to decide if it's a good or a bad date location.
I say we check out the Basilisk Pit. That's my vote.
Alrighty, Lotho leading the way. You begin to head in the direction you believe of the Basilisk Pit, following what is best laid out on that little billboard, the little signboard.
Is there a map that we can take with us? Just a handout, perhaps, with pictures on it?
You don't see any map. Well, there are some like kind of damp. They're wet and they seem like they've been there for a long time. But you're able to like kind of flip one out. It's helpful a little bit. The zoo seems fairly intuitively put together, so you're able to find your way.
Elysia will keep an eye out for the maple sucker cellar.
Yeah, no. As you're walking through the zoo, you see no people. There's no one around. You see no animals. You see empty cages, a couple of which are just kind of covered with tarps that slightly blow in the wind. You see just benches and empty stalls all closed down. But yeah, you see no other people at this point in the zoo.
Are there
However,
any ducks to feed?
there are no ducks at all.
This is a terrible zoo.
It's a very sad zoo. However, you begin to see signs that you're getting close to Basilisk Pit as you see your first person up ahead. But they're not really moving at all. They're just kind of a petrified statue. It looks like a woman walking their dog, holding an umbrella overhead. Totally frozen in place. Little way further on, you see the edge of the Basilisk Pit, a very similar chain link fence with bamboo topper. You see a couple kids kind of hanging up over the edge, looking down at the pit. They're also made of stone, it seems.
Wow, their actors are so dedicated to their roles.
Astraea is gonna go up and tap on them.
Well,
You tap on the statue. It doesn't.
Yeah.
move. It seems to be a statue.
So yeah, it's literally a statue.
It's
not a
incredibly
person
realistic. though.
anymore.
Well, come on, let's go. There's a basilisk. She's gonna tug on one of you and point. Like,
I feel like it
go.
would be Astraea.
Yeah, it would definitely be a straight.
Okay. So you rush
Elysia.
over to the. Oh, go ahead, Elysia.
Oh, Elysia runs up and tugs on Astraea's other sleeve.
And she's just standing there with both her arms, like the not sleeves 'cause she's wearing chainmail, but her arms are being tugged in two opposite directions. She just rolls her eyes and pulls her arms back and says, "Quit it."
Where is it, Joy? Did you see it?
Where?
As you two move up to the basilisk pit and look in, it also appears to be empty. However, you do notice that on the side of the basilisk pit, there's something new. Maybe you've been to the zoo before to look around and to enjoy the wonders that it has to offer. But you notice there's a new addition to the basilisk pit area. There's a big cave kind of on the right side of the enclosure that goes into the fake stone wall. And above it, it says Basilisk Pit Walkthrough.
Ooh.
And it seems like brand new. It's got like bright yellow and orange and gold lettering arched over the top of this apparent cave that goes into somewhere.
Yeah.
Astraea's mood seems to break, and she says, "Oh, well, this might be looking up now. I could see a little romantic walkthrough being a good date."
Actual love on a safari. It's just like in a book.
Let's check it out.
Let's go.
All right. So yeah, you all make your way down into the Basilisk Cave walkthrough. And you're walking for maybe like 15, 20 seconds. It's getting a little dark. You can see
As we're going
little
down?
tiny lights ahead. There's a little sign right at the beginning, Elysia, that says, "Please, no lights."
Elysia will presto to create a small trinket of sunglasses to wear for protection.
Okay. And as you all begin to walk down, you get about 15 feet down. You can see tiny little glowing rocks that light the way ahead of you. And yeah, you just keep on going. You're going for maybe 15, 20, 30 feet, pretty dark around you. When suddenly, directly like up ahead of you, straight ahead, maybe 10 feet, there's a sudden bright glowing light. And you see two very large yellow eyes with black slits down them directly ahead of you. They're massive. They are maybe 2 feet across, whatever these eyes are. And they blind you. It's a sudden flash of this color and this light in the darkness. And when you go to open your eyes, they're very heavy. And you feel cold, but then you feel an intense warmth shining down on your back. Each of you feel this. And you hear sounds around you. You hear the sound of birds. And, oh, that warmth, whatever that is, it's like the sun on a cold, cold day. And you open your eyes and you look up, and it's a beautiful, beautiful blue sunny day. But you're very, very cold. But the sun beating down is so, so warm, and your eyes are very tired. You have a lot of trouble keeping them open out here. You look around, and oh my God, there's a basilisk right next. And each of you has this moment, and then you all see those basilisks kind of go, "Bruh!" and freak out. And you look down at your gray, scaly paws, and you kind of look down, cross your eyes, and you can see your gray, scaly basilisk snout in front of you. What do you all do? You look toward each other. You
I
all
process.
Elysia will attempt
Anybody know what's happening?
Yeah, you talk, and it comes out just as your voice.
Can we do a perception check?
Yeah, you look around. You appear to be in that big pit you saw earlier, the empty one. Except when it's had nicer days. It was still a basilisk pit, so there's still just a bunch of rocks and dead trees. But it's a bright sunny day. You look up at the edge of the pit and you can see the fence line, and you can see those 2 stone children, but they're looking down at you now. And you see another kid next to them, like an actual human child. And they're looking, they're like, oh, look, they're waking up. And a bunch of other people kind of head over to the edge and are looking down at you. They're about 30 feet up. And in your moment of being stunned, kind of confused at what's going on, the little kid yells down, "Move more!" and throws a rock at one of them.
Hey, that's not nice.
Hits you square on the nose, Joy.
No. I want to rub my nose.
You have a really hard time rubbing your nose with your stubby basilisk legs.
I'm going to try to climb up to the boy.
Okay, you begin to go over to the edge. Astraea, as you do so, more of the crowd begins to kind of jeer at you guys. And they throw things at you. Let me actually roll for them. Oh, I gotta roll this public. Yeah, you can see one of them throws a rock and hits you right on the head, Astraea.
Ouch.
You get to the edge of the wall. What do the rest of you want to do? You see Astraea. Astraea's like kind of moving forward, or you think it's Astraea, you're not sure, to climb up toward the people.
I'm going to attempt some flips and some rolls with my acrobatics to show off for them.
Okay, you're going to try and perform?
Yeah, I'll try to perform some acrobatic moves.
Acrobatics or performance, either is perfectly fine.
I'll do acrobatic.
Yeah, you use your stats while you're a basilisk. Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So, you begin to do some cool basilisk wiggles and stuff, and some of the people stop yelling. They don't yelling as much. One of them still throws an empty soda bottle, or not soda bottle, but soda kind of container at you, and it bounces off of you. But you're doing a pretty good dance. Elysia, Joy, would you two like to do anything?
Yeah, I'll dance. I'll dance.
Elysia's gonna join in with seeing Lotho dancing, and you're just gonna jump right in.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna throw in some roars like rah rah.
Okay, so are you trying to be intimidating?
Rah rah.
Yeah.
Okay, you can roll intimidation, performance, whatever you think is inappropriate.
Rah, 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 rah.
Oh, that's really good. Yeah, the crowd is loving this. They're jeering less and cheering more. And Elysia, you still haven't acted. Would you like to do anything, or are you just still befuddled?
Elysia will take a short second to kind of prep for this, and then she will join in on the dancing, flipping about, with some sparks and shows of basilisk magic as she sort of does a little interpretive dance with magical flair.
Okay, excellent. So I guess in this case, if you're trying to use your magic for this, can you just roll me your spellcasting check? Because you've made your argument, I buy it. So you can roll your wisdom if you instead of my God, or charisma in this case. Damn. So you get up on 2 legs and you're like a dancing basilisk, and it's real great. And Astraea, it's up to you now. It's your turn. You've gotten to the base of this wall. You could absolutely climb it. At this point, you turn around, you notice all your friends are making fools of themselves, basically, for these people that were throwing rocks at you. And the kid who threw the first rock is arms crossed, or not totally crossed, but partially got a soda in one hand, just kind of slurping it obnoxiously through a straw. And just kind of watching and nodding his head, entertained. You can easily climb this wall.
I'm totally climbing over the wall.
Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to intimidate the kid into running, crying to his mom.
Okay, you rush up to the kid, and you're trying to scare him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Almost to bite him, but not actually.
In that case, if you want, you can just roll. Basically an attack roll, but you won't be actually attacking him.
All right, so just a d20.
Sure, whatever your attack, because you can use your strength as part of this intimidation, or you can just use your intimidation skill.
Yeah, I'll use my attack roll because it's better.
Yeah, so it's just whatever your melee attack would normally be. But we'll count that as you scaring it. Okay.
Oh dear.
So you go blah, to like roar at him, and as you look down, the kid is just another statue, or at least he is now. The soda in his hand isn't, and oh god. Okay, so of the crowd of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, of the crowd of 7 that were up there jeering and throwing things down, only 2 of them were not petrified as you came over the top of the rail, and they were just baffled at your immense speed. What did the rest of you do? Did you see Astraea climb up and roar threateningly, and when people go, ah! Freeze up into statues.
Astraea, what are you doing?
Wait, are we actually basilisks?
Looks like it. And you're welcome, Joy.
No, you're no, thank you.
You're telling me you would have wanted them to jeer at you and humiliate you for their own amusement?
I wanted to give them joy.
They were digging us.
Yeah.
Well, they
Some
were
people.
on their last moments, and now they'll be frozen in joy forever.
Every
As-
party has a pooper.
As you're distracted, Astraea, by your friends seemingly disagreeing with your choice of action, the last 2 commoners rush forward toward you, and they're going to one of them is going to help the other, but they're going to try and strength athletics check push you back into the pit. Can you roll me a strength athletics or a acrobatics dexterity check? It's contested, so whoever rolls the highest of these. Oh, they got a 3. So they fail. They rush up and try and shove you in, but have little effect. And I guess Astraea, what do you do?
I'll slap them away with my tail and then go back down on my own.
Oh god, the boy shatters into millions of pieces. And as the pieces of this child shatter and fall to the ground, you all hear this resounding shattering of stone, and you kind of blink, and you're no longer a basilisk, and you no longer feel this intense warmth. Instead, you're in a dark place. It's dark all around you. In fact, you're in that cavern you were in before, except you've reached the end. There's just a wall, seems to just abruptly end. Looking back over your shoulders, about 15 feet back, you see the light of the entrance into the basilisk tunnel.
And I look at myself again.
Yeah, and you're all you again.
That was fun. I think that was a great place for a romantic vacation.
It was
What the
nice.
hell?
It was a fun ride.
Mm-hmm.
That was an attraction?
Who was the one that killed that small boy?
Me.
But why would?
You're kind of rude.
What a wank.
Astraea will shrug and say, I don't like people picking on my friends.
Aww.
Just totally won over Joy. As you make
100% won over Joy.
as you all make your way out of Basilisk Tunnel, you see the zoo is just how you left it. The thunder may be a little less aggressive than it was previously. Do you guys want to check out any more exhibits? You're kind of on a tight timeline because you got another adventure you got to go on after this.
Oh, right. What was the next one? What was the next one? Hurry.
There are a bunch. There's Kuatoa Cavern. There's Mimic Manor. There is Terry the Terrask. There is Picnic Area, and there is Gift Shop. However, you'd think Picnic Area and Gift Shop aren't exhibits. They're probably just places.
All right. Let's go to see Terry.
Terry
sounds
fun. Terry sounds like a good time. And I think it's on the way to the picnic area. You can have a little lunch.
Oh, I love lunch.
We don't have a lot of time here, guys. We gotta speed. We gotta have an itinerary. We gotta stop by the gift shop.
We will hit the gift shop on the way out.
Promise?
Yeah.
No promises.
So
Oh,
Astraea
Please.
looks puzzled for a minute, and then she says, "I'm not really sure I want to turn into a Tarrasque, though."
wait, you think we'd turn into a Tarrasque?
But
Well,
that
we turned
sounds
into basilisks
awesome.
when we were in the basilisk.
I could go stomp. Rawr!
As long as there's no little boys in the vicinity, sure.
We'll just watch where we step. That sounds great.
And as you've all been walking and talking, Lotho, you're paying more attention to the map as the rest of the three are kind of having their conversation. And you look down at the map and you look up and it's, well, this is where the attraction should be. And you look ahead of you and there's just an absolutely massive, just craterous hole in the ground where the exhibit used to be.
Guys, I don't think it's here any longer.
But it wasn't redacted.
Are you sure?
Lotho, looking down at your little map, you just see a black, like, redacted square appear over, or rectangle, just appear over the name Terry the Terras.
Like magically?
Why
Yeah.
now? Rude. Why couldn't
It
you
seems
tell us?
like Terry's been redacted from life.
No, Terry.
We need to get to the Kuatoa before they're redacted.
Yes, quickly, go.
Well, are you going to go to the Kuatoa or are you going to go to the picnic area? You were on your way to the picnic area. You'd have to turn around and head to the Kuatoa.
We better go to the picnic area before it's redacted and we miss our lunch.
No, we can't skip lunch. It's the most important meal of the day.
I think you mean breakfast.
Based on your
Oh,
time
please, yeah.
and how long you've been here, you're thinking you've got enough time for like one more stop before if you want to hit the gift shop too.
All right, one more
I said
stop.
we go
Let's go
picnic area and then gift shop.
No, the Kuatoa Caverns.
But what if there's a band at the picnic area?
I don't care if there's a band at the picnic area. I want to see the Kuatoa.
Like live music?
Let's go to the Kuatoa then.
I mean, I won't be surprised if they're not there. There's nobody here. Not going to be any bands or any Kuatoa.
There were the basilisks, though.
We were the basilisks.
Yes, but there were still
Kind of.
basilisks.
Yeah.
We were the basilisk. You were a basilisk.
So, as you've been walking and talking, you've made your way over to Kuatoa Cavern. You see that there's a large, like, swampland area here. This exhibit seems, well, I mean, it doesn't seem like it's in any better shape, but it was supposed to be a swampland with, like, big bayou trees and stuff, and weeping willows and all that whatnot. So, it doesn't look that much different, probably, than when it used to when it was in perfect condition. However, on one part of the exhibit on the side next to the big artificial mountain, there's the opening of a cavern that says Kuatoa Cavern, and there's a little river that's flowing down from the swamp area down into the cavern. If y'all want to head down in there.
Do we get to ride on a boat?
Yeah, you look around and there are little rafts, actually. They have single rider or four rider.
I do have vehicle water proficiency.
Oh,
I think I
shit.
should drive, guys.
Yeah, go. It'll be awesome and fun and amazing.
All right,
Elysia
well,
will blush having heard of these types of rides.
Well,
You
again,
can
it's
sit
a
next to
perfect
me,
date
Elysia.
ride.
Everybody hop on.
Alrighty, so y'all hop on, Lotho. You're up in the front, and they have these two. They have you're in the back, Lotho, because they have like the steering majigger in the back.
I'm gonna grab a giant stick and go straight gondola style. Just
Oh damn! Okay, just going straight gondola. I dig it. So the four of you jump into this canoe, or not this canoe, this like raft, and push off, and you begin to slowly at first, but then more and more quickly head down this winding cavernous river. You see that these little green funguses growing up all around the place, which as you're kind of gaining speed, as you approach these funguses, they kind of move and retract a little, and they make a meep sound. but at different pitches. So it's almost making like meep, 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 like music as you're riding down this kind of fast flowing river. However, as you're going, suddenly you feel something, or you see up ahead a disturbance in the water. And at this point, I'm going to need all of y'all to roll me an initiative roll, because there's actually a monster here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh dear.
When the moon hits your eyes like a big pizza pie, that's something.
Initiative.
I go tomorrow.
Oh yeah, 2 is not a great initiative score, but they did really well. So they did the best. So they're gonna go, and then all of you guys are gonna go. So it's Fo, Elysia, Joy. Oh, sorry. We should have had first. We should have had Lotho, Joy, and then Astraea. Excellent. So as you're rushing down, suddenly up ahead of you, you see a giant pair of claws breach the water, followed by some like very long, like feelerish tentacles, as a gigantic crayfish emerges from the water.
It's a crawfish.
And it's just, it's a crayfish. And it attacks the person in the front, who I imagine is Joy, the most excited to be on the ride, and it attacks you with one claw and then a second claw. It's attacking with advantage because it was unseen prior to the attack.
The second claw is the claw of death.
Yeah, the claw grabs around your waist, and you can see behind it 2 more crayfish come up from the water and begin to push forward. At this point, your entire ride judders to a halt as you slam into the first crayfish, damaging him pretty badly, actually. Can all of you roll me strength saving throws to not get thrown from the raft?
Well, I'm grappled by the thing, but sure.
You're good. No, that means you're good. Alrighty. Actually, none of you get thrown from the raft. Wow. That was really convenient. Yeah, you all managed to grab on. You all remembered to buckle up before the ride started.
Seatbelts are important.
It's your turn. There's a gigantic crayfish. This thing has to be like 10 feet long, rearing up from the water, and attacking Joy with its claws.
Okay. Can I take my gondola pole and just kind of poke at it? Try to get him to let her go? Just gonna poke and try to get her to let her go?
Okay. Can you roll me either... I think that's probably strength athletics on your part if you want to try and like do that.
I'll try.
Okay, but we're contested by the crayfish. So yeah, you like smack its claw a couple times and it just like the horrible clicking sound with its claws. And actually, let's go over it. Is there anything you'd like to do as a bonus action, Lotho?
Can I take an unarmed strike as a bonus action?
You bet you can.
Yeah, I'll do that. Unarmed strike as a bonus action since I kind of took a hit there.
Yeah, absolutely. That, unfortunately, yeah, you move up and punch it, or is your arm strike just a punch?
Yeah, punch, kick, whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
You punch.
Whatever's convenient at the time. Headbutt.
It's
hard chitinous armor is too much, and unfortunately, you don't really damage him. Elysia, your move. What would you like to do?
Okay. It dropped Joy, yes?
Yeah, it did.
Yep, thanks.
Okay, and Elysia will look back to the back of the boat with a horrified expression on her face and, oh no! Is that the legendary dragon turtle of the zoo? And conjure forth the image of a dragon turtle coming up behind them.
Oh, damn. Okay, that's really smart. What's your spell save DC?
My spell save DC is 13.
Alrighty, well. Not a one of the crayfish are able to see through. Those are actually very good rolls. They have a -5 to intelligence. Not a single one is able to see through your illusion with its insight. Oh, that should be wisdom. Shouldn't it?
No.
Investigation.
Investigation, you're right, sorry. Not a single one's able to see through the investigation, and are pretty freaked out, actually, at the sight of this dragon turtle. note that there isn't a legendary dragon turtle of the zoo, but that doesn't matter. They're crayfish. Their intelligence is 1. Joy, it's your turn.
They stupid.
Three real scared crayfish ahead of you.
All right. Are we really gonna kill them? I mean, they're a zoo attraction.
They're good eating, though.
Well, they are, but...
I mean, would you like Victorious and his date to be eaten by these giant crayfish when they come?
No. I guess I'll bring some home to Uncle Clint. All right. Slice and dice. Yeah.
That'll hit, just barely though. You find a little crack in the crayfish's armor, made by Lotho's pull earlier. So that's 4 slashing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. You slash him up. He's not feeling great. They look kind of, well, you can't really tell with crayfish. But anyway, yeah, you slash him. Anything else?
Nope. Just hold still, Mr. Crayfish. We're gonna dice you up real good and serve you up, and then you'll be yummy.
Astraea, what would you like to do? As you see your acquaintance, your teammate Joy is battling the crayfish.
Hey, she
You mean
called
my
us
friend?
friends.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I apologize.
And since Joy is the only one to actually hit the crayfish, I'm going to congratulate her by saying, "You go, girl." And
Heck yeah.
she gets another attack.
Oh damn!
Alrighty, here we go. Hang on, Uncle Clint. I'm gonna get you some fresh seafood.
And she's going to take her sword and floop it again.
I think unfortunately that's gonna miss.
Darn.
Just barely though.
She whips real hard.
All right. In that case, I'm going to action surge,
Okay.
and I'm going to smack it with my war pick.
Okay. That will hit. Yeah, going in where Lotho had first hit with the pole, pushing it off, and then the little chink in the armor that Joy got in their blade. You come on with your war pick and eviscerate one of its claws. Just breaking it off, the claw falls into the raft with you and actually snaps a few times, detached from the crayfish's body, and it makes some otherworldly scream.
I broke off the claw. Can I use my war pick to scrape out some crayfish meat?
Maybe on another turn.
Okay.
The crayfish, let's roll
Save
their
some for me.
wisdoms. We'll see. The crayfish, 2 of them. The one that just lost its claw submerges, and you feel it like jostle the bottom of the boat as it swims under you and past you upstream. Another one, like kind of clickety clacks up onto the little stone pathway on the side of the river and runs past you. Provoking opportunity attacks from everybody if you want to take them. But it seems to be
Alrighty.
fleeing from the dragon turtle.
Sure.
Okay,
Time
you flash
to
out of it anyway.
boop it. Ugh. It's hard to swing a giant sword on a boat.
The AC to hit is 15. Elysia, nice dagger. You know those those shank sorcerers. Very good. Alrighty. And oh no, sorry. Yeah, both of you also hit.
I swing wide. Oh dear.
There we go.
Yeah, I mean, he was running pretty quick for a crayfish. Yeah, some pretty serious damage on that one. That one looks pretty bad. You guys rake its side as it's trying to flee. The third crayfish is going to scoot forward, and it's going to try and click-clack at you, Joy.
Alright,
Click
bring it
and
on.
clack, and it just misses with both its attacks. Seemingly, it's not afraid of the giant dragon turtle for some reason. We're back at the top of initiative. Lotho, what would you like to do?
As he tries to clickety-clack, I'm going to run up and jump on his claw and try to hit it with my Ono.
Excellent. Clickety clack, but you smack back. And, unfortunately, you hit the shell, and it's so hard. It's a very, very hard chitinous shell.
These guys are strong.
I got a lot of AC, yeah. Any bonus actions you'd like to take?
So if I miss on an attack, do I get to take
Absolutely, you do.
unarmed strike? Oh, I couldn't remember. All right, I'll try to punch it again, I guess.
Excuse me. Yeah.
Gosh dang it.
You punch it. It is so tough. Thing's tough as, well, chitinous shell.
My hands are so little.
Yeah.
So small. Elysia, what would you like to do?
Tiny trompans.
Elysia will. Elysia will start off bonus actioning, putting out her offhand that doesn't have the dagger in it, Monty, as she summons forth the Viper, and then she will let out her best roar and use prestidigitation to essentially spray what she can only imagine would be the breath of a dragon turtle at the
you're
last
still banking
remaining
that.
boy. Still banking that.
So he thinks that that's real still. So I'm going to roll him another check. Yeah, he still thinks it's real. And on his turn, I'll see if he's afraid of it or not. But yeah, your DC is pretty high, so we'll see what happens. He's definitely like a dumb crayfish, so not a bad strat. Is that the end of your turn, Elysia?
Yes.
Awesome. Joy? There's one
Oh.
crayfish left. He's clickety-clacking at you, but now he's kind of quaking in his shell.
All right, just hold still. I'm gonna get you from Uncle Clint. You're gonna be yummy. He'll make you a real nice appetizer. Just hold still. And yeah.
There it goes. Just ignore the second one.
Yeah, you hit with the first one. Or, well, I guess that's the only one. Yeah,
you
you
don't.
slash him for 7. He's feeling pretty bad. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Not really. Swinging around on a boat like this takes it out of you.
So, yeah, it definitely does. And Astraea? Can you finish off the giant crayfish?
I hope so.
Good luck.
I'm gonna go up to it and I'm going to say, stay away from my friend.
Oh,
And I'm going to smack it.
Astraea! We're gonna go on so many
Yes.
girlfriend stuffs together. You just wait.
Unfortunately, well, the Warpick attack is going to miss.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, so you don't use your goading attack. It's the kind of thing where you can choose to spend that after you hit.
When I hit it, yeah. Okay.
So unfortunately, that one's going to miss. Is that the end of your turn, Astraea?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right, the crayfish, still feeling great, is going to go right for you, Joy, with his claws, and catches you again. You feel the tight claws squeezing down in your ribs. It's very, very uncomfortable. And Lotho, it's your turn once more. The giant crayfish has Joy again.
All right, I'm gonna try something crazy here, guys. So he like jumps into the back of the boat, like towards the dragon turtle thing, and takes a swig of ale and lights it on fire and spits it out of his mouth. It's like make
damn.
fire.
Can you roll like I guess a performance or a deception or something of that regard?
Yeah.
If you can come up with like a more a check that you feel is appropriate, that's cool too.
I mean performance is what I guess it would be. I don't know.
Awesome.
Oh no, I lit myself on fire.
Yeah, unfortunately, this fire just kind of goes everywhere. Nothing sets on fire because it's very damp in here, but it's just kind of there's little bits of flaming alcohol everywhere, and the crayfish doesn't seem any put off by it. Unfortunately, Lotho, that one didn't quite work out.
You're supposed to cook them after you kill them, Lotho.
Yeah, no, a bunch of flaming alcohol landed on the claw you have.
Ooh.
Elysia,
That could be yummy.
It's better to cook them fresh, but that's okay.
Well, it doesn't get much fresher than still alive.
Elysia? This
Elysia.
crayfish is not buying your illusion.
Put off
That
by
he just
that,
doesn't care.
Elysia is going to stand by her motto of fresh, never frozen. So instead of her frostbite, she will firebolt this boy. Hey!
Oh, damn. Bolts of fire fly out, slam into the crayfish, and you just hear a sizzling sound, and then like a popping sound as different parts of the shell kind of pop, 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 and the crayfish
Oh god, what's that smell?
head onto. It smells a little bit. It kind of smells almost good, which is almost a bad thing. As the dead crayfish slops off to its death onto the raft.
Joy's gonna harvest some for Clint later.
I mean, yeah, you got a big claw already in there. This guy
Sarah's gonna take a sample.
Yeah, it tastes like lobster.
We should take the tail.
The tail didn't get super cooked because it was still, the bottom half was in the water still. So actually the bottom half should have gotten boiled real nice. So actually, never mind, the bottom's in there. So you guys harvest what you will from the crayfish and toss the rest of it aside. And your raft continues. You ride down and down and down into the dark depths before it deposits you in, well, the river deposits you into a large subterranean cavern filled with water. As you kind of look around you, you see nothing at first, because it's extremely dark. But as your eyes acclimate, you see above you what looks like hundreds and hundreds of little stars. But as you look closer, they're actually slightly, just barely glowing white gem. And yeah, what do you all do? You're all just kind of floating in the raft in the middle of this big.
How tall is the ceiling?
Like 80 feet at least.
Holy
This is
crap!
kind of romantic.
Very huge, yeah.
Yeah, notwithstanding the giant crayfish. I hope there's not more of them.
You can actually see
it's
there are
fine.
a bunch of rivers that lead into this area. And as you're kind of having some idle conversation, you see and you hear a splash, and you see a canoe get into, like, come down from one of the other rivers into this area with you. It's pretty far back, maybe 45 feet back, but it's coming your way. You see that there are two humanoid figures in it, but you can't see anything about them. They're a little too far away.
Is that Victorious and his lady?
Shh, 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 shh.
Are
Quiet,
you guys
quiet.
trying to make a stealth check? Is that what you're trying to hide?
Sure.
Okay, so you try to be quiet. Can everyone roll a stealth check? It's Joy and Elysia. Shh. Oh wow, really good. Unfortunately, Astraea is not all that quiet.
Of course.
Astraea, you all see the creatures kind of turn toward you, and you can barely see them illuminating in the light. They appear to be humans, but like with huge fish heads that kind of look forward, large, bulbous white eyes poke out from the side. They're dressed in what looks like weird tribal clothing. These are definitely the Kuatoa. And you see in each hand, they have like strange looking instruments. One is just a big circle with like some bells on it. The other one appears to be a large hollowed out piece of wood. And one of the Kuatoa will and then blows into the horn. And it makes this ominous kind of echoing sound. Suddenly you feel a shift in the water as it begins to flow very quickly again. And you see dozens more Kuatoa on these boats come shooting down into the cavern with you. And as the water begins to pick up, the Kuatoa begin their bizarre dance as they are dancing in their canoes and playing crazy music around you. What would you all like to do? We're going to go back to the ultimate order.
I'm gonna dance some more.
Okay, you're going to dance with them.
Dancing.
Joy dances, Lotho's dancing. Astraea?
Astraea's just gonna stand with her arms crossed a bit.
Just
Like, why me?
just being the grump here, awesome. And Elysia?
I see that
Elysia.
foot tapping.
Oh yeah, she's tapping her foot a little bit.
Elysia also dances, shooting off little sparks of presto.
Yes, and as you continue to rush down this waterway, it opens back into another large river where you and all of the canoes rush down. The Kuatoa are just kind of dancing in their canoes, waving their arms around and making this weird music. It's very bizarre. There are strange flashing lights. You hear the little meat mushrooms all over the walls. They glow with light as you pass by. And with a sudden whoosh, it deposits you back out into the bayou outside. You just come rocketing out of a cave on the side of a mountain, like up a ways, maybe like 5 feet in the air, and your raft splashes just into the bayou, along with all of the Kuatoa in their canoes, and they all splash into the bayou with you. and you're all just kind of standing outside in this bayou again. And the Kuatoa all pick up their raft, and they kind of wave to you, and they go and walk over.
Bye.
And they
It was amazing.
They get back in the
Bye.
water and ride back into the exhibit.
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
this is a date spot.
Those guys were
Yeah,
fun.
that was cool. They were very friendly.
Mm,
Mhm.
yes. And you realize this was a much longer ride than you thought it would be. And you realize, because you have another adventure coming up, if you wanted to visit the shop, you'd have to leave right now.
We gotta go
guess-
to the gift shop. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Go.
Let's head that way. Let's head that way.
Do we
Hurry.
bring the canoe?
I mean, does the gift shop take Bartholomew bucks? Because I'm pretty
You don't know.
poor otherwise.
Let's go to the gift shop. To the gift
Sure.
shop.
Opting not to visit Bartholomew's shop today, you rush to the gift shop. And when you get there, you see, what do you see? Let me go to scroll into the gift shop. You see a glass door. There's a sign that says open, kind of on the inside of it. There is just a standard kind of metal door handle for the pull door. On the inside, you can see beyond the glass a dark and musty looking gift shop. You see like stuffed animals on shelves, and you don't see anyone in there, and it's very dark, but the sign says open.
All right, Joy's gonna bust in.
Okay, you rush forward.
Uh-oh,
Yeah.
Joy.
Joy, you rush in, you touch the door handle, and Joy is gone. Joy disappears.
What?
I'm going to do a
Elysia.
perception check now.
Okay. Yeah, well, I can just tell you what the perception... What are you looking for specifically?
If there's magic in
Yes.
the air.
Absolutely. This is a very... Joy, you can tell, was magically teleported somewhere the second she touched that door handle.
Where could I be?
I'm gonna look back at the other two and just kind of shrug and reach out and grab the door handle.
Lotho's gone.
All right.
Goes charging in as well.
All right, Astraea, you stand alone outside the gift shop. There's a crash of thunder. The rain begins to slowly
Can I smash the glass, run inside, and grab a plushie?
Yeah, you go, you smash the glass, and yeah, you smash right through the glass, actually.
Nice.
You go-
And then I'll go with my plushie.
You
what
find a
plushie did
plushie
you-
of... Oh, sorry, what was
Okay.
that, Astraea?
I was gonna ask what plushie did Joy say she wanted? I forgot.
She definitely wants the basilisk plushie.
So I'll grab one of those.
Yeah, as you're looking around, you see like a claw machine in the corner that seems broken down. And yeah, you see a basilisk plushie, but you also see a plushie of what looks like a hippopotamus with an octopus on its head. It's in the Kuatoa cavern section next to the Kuatoa plushie. But yeah, you grab a basilisk, no problem. And Astraea, did you just leave?
Yeah, I will leave and touch the doorknob.
Oh, and then you teleport. Okay. So the rest of you, and actually you all appear here seemingly at the same time. There is you touch the door handle, and the next thing you know, you're all in this very bright area. An incredibly bright white light shines down upon you. And as you kind of glance around you, your sight comes to you, you see massive creatures all around you. They stand 10, 20, 30 feet tall. A large rabbit, a large bear bearing down upon you. Even a dragon about to roar and breathe flame upon you stands ahead of you. Behind you, all you can see is a bright green wall. What do you all do immediately as you appear in this strange place filled with monsters? They're everywhere.
Hi, I'm Joy. Nice to meet you.
Astraea
Joy's
wishes
just
she
waving.
was wearing her brown pants.
Elysia will just very slowly touch her holy symbol and cast mage armor.
Lotho would just
Here for the
take
gift
a
shop.
quick sip of ale and gulp hard.
I'm here for the gift shop.
And as Joy's super excited, none of the monsters move at first. And then a large stuffed rabbit kind of turns toward you. Hello, friend.
Hi, friend.
Welcome to the gift shop. You ready ready to play some games?
Oh, heck yeah, let's go!
Do you have owlbear plushies?
Games are the best.
There's a gigantic owlbear plushie in there. And as you say games are the best, you all hear a ding ding ding, and then you hear a ka-chink, 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 ka-chink kind of sound. Metal clicking on metal and then falling. And there's a bright red light that flashes here. And looking up in the bright light above, you see a massive three-pronged claw hanging from the ceiling.
Oh.
We're in the claw game.
Alrighty. What do you all want to do? I'll let you all just go. Joy, what do you want to do?
What kind of plushies do we got in here?
They're all gigantic plushies, and like owlbear, dragon, dire bear, and bunny rabbit.
Oh, sword! I want the dragon though.
All right, it's huge. It's like a full-size dragon. You seem to
I
be-
want the dragon.
All right, you run over to the dragon.
Give her the dragon.
Around it.
All right. Now,
Is the claw moving?
It appears to be. But if you grapple the dragon, that's your action. You grapple the dragon.
Yeah, grapple the dragon.
All right, Lotho.
I'm gonna kind of like just look up and kind of follow the claw and wait for it to come down.
Okay. It seems
So,
to be moving in like
just,
your group.
just waiting for it. So
Okay, is this like a dodge kind of thing? You're trying to avoid it, or?
no, this is me like waiting for it to come, and then I'm gonna grab onto it.
Okay. Awesome. Astraea.
I'm gonna facepalm. Goddamn Joy. And
All of the plushies seem to be somewhat alive.
I'm gonna chase after her.
Yeah, you get up to her. She has grappled this very large dragon plushie, which looks down at you with maddening open eyes.
I am probably going to try to pry her away from it.
no, I want it.
And Elysia?
Elysia is sprinting over to the owlbear to jump on it, sort of riding it, and just feeling how fluffy it is.
It's so fluffy. It's one of those like super squishy, like beady plushies. So yeah, you jump onto its back and it's hello, friend.
Hi, I'm Elysia. Who are
To
you?
the claw. And the monsters are all gonna go. So this is against you. Actually, can you roll me a strength saving throw, Joy?
Sure. Yeah.
All right. So you see the dragon like go to lift you up to like hold you up in the air toward the claw. However, you're holding that guy down. You're holding this dragon down. You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, I got him in a headlock. Like,
Come on. My
Yeah.
dragon.
The rabbit goofily hops over to you, Astraea. Can you also roll me a strength saving throw?
Yes.
And as you're trying to save, as you're trying to save Joy, you see instead this creature lifts you up that you just did not expect and holds you up into the air and it's to the claw.
No, Astraea, no.
Elysia, can you also, and Lotho, can you also? As the dire bear goes for you, Lotho, and the owl bear goes for you, Elysia. All right, so Elysia, you get held up by the owl bear. Sacrifice.
Sacrifice?
You
That's not a game.
You two who've been held up in the air can see on the far side there's actually a little hole in the wall that maybe you could escape to. However, the claw's going for one of you, and it's going to be Elysia. All right, the claw reaches down. You are currently at disadvantage. Well, he has advantage against you because you're held by the monster. And it's going to be a 12, Elysia? I assume that doesn't
That
hit you.
does not hit. Thank you, Mage Armor.
How about the 16?
16 does.
All right, the claw kind of pierces you and begins to lift you up into the air as the other stuffed animals Yes.
Elysia is unconscious.
Oh god. The rest of you see the bleeding Elysia being dragged up into the air. Elysia's now 15 feet in the air. Oh god. As the blood drips down on the smiling owlbear plushie below. Alrighty. Joy, what would you like to do as you're currently grappling this dragon?
Alright, it's time to crack a can.
She takes out a can of crimson bovine from her pack and chucks that thing down.
You just pound it.
Yeah. And she smashes it against her head, of course.
Oh, absolutely. You have to with Crimson Bovine.
Yeah.
And that makes you be able to fly, correct?
It does.
It's
It doubles my movement speed. It makes me able to fly equal to my movement speed.
Okay. And it's an action to drink the bovine?
Bonus action.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Damn. It's a really good item. For a consumable, I mean. All right, so you fly up to Elysia?
Well, I'm holding the dragon. Can I bring the dragon with me?
Yeah, but it would half your speed. So actually, yes, because it doubles your speed, you're able to do that.
Alright, I'm gonna bring the dragon.
The dragon, woohoo!
And I'm gonna try and take Elysia off the claw and stick the dragon onto it.
Okay, can you roll me, I guess that'd be probably strength, athletics?
Okay.
I'll do athletics.
Sure.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so yeah, you pull Elysia off the claw, and Elysia, you're unhooked, and you fall. You fail a death saving throw. As you plump onto the ground below. Can you roll me a second athletics to get the dragon in there?
Sure.
This is going to be contested by the dragon. Oh, he can't succeed. Yeah, you throw the dragon in there instead, and the dragon's like, oh no, where'd I go?
I'm gonna win you!
What would you like to do, Joy, now? I think you have a little movement left.
I'm just gonna go lay down and go to Elysia.
Okay, you fly down to Elysia, who's dying. Lotho, what would you like to do? You're being grappled at by a giant rabbit. Or no, it's Astraea.
Wait, yeah. No, I don't think I've got anything.
No, you're good. Yeah, you were good.
What came after me? What was it?
A giant bear. Like a
Okay. Well, so after I dodge out of the way, I'm gonna try to take some rope and like lasso this bear and like tie him up.
Okay. All right. Go ahead and roll me. I guess just athletics is probably the way to roll with this because you would need to grapple him. And
Yeah, we'll see what
probably
happens.
tie him up.
Oh my gosh.
Well, I guess it's possible. No, okay. The bear shrugs you off. You're going to the claw. And what would you like to do? You still have your movement and a bonus action if you want.
What? So where was the hole at that they saw? I guess I didn't see that, but I don't. I guess it doesn't matter.
The hole,
Like the hole to get out.
It's on the far side. You probably heard someone mention. Probably Astraea, because I think Astraea wants to get out of here, right?
Well, I'm currently grappled, so.
Yeah, but you can see the hole, and you probably would have mentioned it.
All right, so I'm gonna run over. I guess move over to the one that's got Astraea and just try to punch it in its plush belly.
Okay, go ahead and roll me an attack roll. Yeah, you rip its leg off with your unarmed strike. And little like cotton goes everywhere, and and the bunny falls in the ground. Astraea, you're no longer grappled, and that plushie appears to be dead.
Alright, I'll pull myself up and thank him for saving me.
And it's actually your turn, so perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna look around, make sure everyone's okay. And then I'm gonna say we need to get the hell out of here.
Yeah,
I got the dragon! He's gonna get
Let's
caught!
go.
Astraea, are you rushing out? It looks like Elysia is dying on the floor.
I got this!
Right. Saw someone down.
I got this!
Sure. I'll stay behind with Joy and Elysia and see.
So you go
save
over
her.
to where they are.
Yeah.
Okay. Any action you want to take, or is that it?
That's it. Unfortunately, I don't have any healing potions.
Yeah. Elysia, it's your turn. Give me a death saving throw. Another failure, 2 fails. The claw is going to use the Great Beyond, and it pulls the dragon up. It's gone. And then the claw is going to go down, and since the 3 of you are all grouped together, Joy, Astraea, and Elysia, this is going to be attacks against each of you.
Well, I have a protection fighting style, so I will do it on Elysia.
Okay, so it's going to be against Elysia. Elysia will, no, we crit fail, so, all right. Yeah, Joy, you smack it aside, protecting Elysia. It's going to go after you then, Joy, because you're also there. 11 will miss you, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, wait, no, the monsters need to go. I need you all to roll, I guess I screwed that up. I guess, yeah, can you all roll me, strength saving throws? Because the monsters try and grab you.
All right.
There's just so many of them in here. Yeah, this time, Lotho, you get grabbed.
Oh no.
And,
What's with
Astraea
my
gets
low
grabbed.
strength rolls?
Yeah, and
Jesus.
Astraea, so now the third one's going, the third claw is going at you. Yeah. Oh god, so you get grappled.
Alright, but I'm going to do this.
Parry.
Just reduces damage, I'm still grappled.
Okay. Are you still up
Alas.
after that, even with the -5?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Nice parry. As you get impelled by the claw, it begins to pull up. You're now 15 feet in the air. And actually, it should have hit a normal attack against Elysia, even with your parry, because Elysia was unconscious and grabbed by an animal.
So I also have a question. I rolled the strength save first. Does that mean the animal that's grappling is also in the claw?
Yes, he's also getting pulled up by the claw. They will fall off as they get up.
13 still misses Elysia.
They always fall off.
Oh, yeah, right. Mage armor's not concentration, is it? So you're good. Cool. So, yeah, Astraea gets pulled into the air a little bit as the claw seems to be pulling him away. And, Joy, what would you like to do?
Joy's gonna... Astraea's getting caught now?
Yeah, just got speared by the claw.
No.
Joy's gonna go over
It
and
looks bad.
tap Elysia and do
Okay.
a lay on hands
Okay.
for 10.
Elysia, you're up with 10.
There was a light and a claw.
And then Joy's gonna fly up
Okay.
and she'll well, she's got a bonus action, right?
Yeah.
Or is lay on hands the bonus action?
No, land
It's
hands.
an action.
All right. Well, she's probably just gonna cling to Astraea like, no, don't leave me.
Okay. Lotho, what do you want to do?
All right, so I'm grappled. Can I still make an attack?
You
Is
can
it-
make an attack, or you can try and get out of the grapple. These guys seem pretty easy to kill, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to. I've got like my hand axe. I'm just gonna try to slash at it,
Oh god.
like just turn it and like slash at it,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just to get it off. So
Yeah, your hand axe cleaves into the hand of it, and it drops you. But then it gets caught on like a seam and just unzips the side of the stuffed animal. That just kind of cotton all over you, which feels a lot more terrifying than it is.
I'm so little. I'm so
And you're
little.
free.
Okay.
Are you gonna
I-
go up with your friends, or are you gonna try and escape?
So how many animals are left? Like how many of the?
There's so many. There just seems to be endless.
Oh, they just keep growing.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
there are so many. It's a claw machine.
Okay. I don't know.
Run! Go! Go!
Yeah. I'm just gonna start heading towards the hole, I guess, to get out of there and clearing the way of any animals that are in between there and us.
With that amount of movement, you actually get to the hole. Like, it's
Oh,
easy
wow,
to get
cool.
out. Yeah. It's
Okay.
going over.
Guys, it's not that far.
It's really not. You were also in the middle of the claw machine, because you'd rushed ahead with them. But yeah, you're over there, no problem. We are now Astraea. What would you like to do?
Let's see, I'm grappled by the stuffed animal, and Joy is also grappling me from behind. I think I'm gonna try to just kill the stuffed animal.
Yeah. Well,
You
Joy
are
has
very
to-
grappled.
But
Don't
yeah,
forget
you
the
can
claws
try and kill the
grappling
stuffed
you.
animal. You're also grappled by the claw.
Yes.
There's a lot of grappling going on here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take out my hand axes and just lay into him with both of them.
Sure. Yeah, you rip, you cut the arms off the stuffed animal, and cotton just kind of flies everywhere as it falls down. And you attack the machine with the second attack, or was that more backwards?
That was also onto the fluffed animal. I'm
Well,
just
you
using
killed
a
the
hand
stuffed
axe.
animal with the first attack, unfortunately.
Oh,
Or not
okay.
unfortunately. Yeah, you killed him with the first one.
Then
1 HP.
with the second hand axe, I guess I will throw it at the track.
Yeah, you throw it up and ting, it just kind of deflects.
Damn it.
Connecting. But it falls down and kills the stuffed animal somewhere.
Yay.
Elysia, what would you like to do? You see Joy and Astraea being pulled up into, or I guess Joy might not be being pulled up.
She's definitely sliding up because she's just kind of dangling off of Astraea, sadly.
So I am prone and grappled, I assume?
Yes, currently.
Okay.
Not in great life.
I will try to stand up and break that grapple.
Okay.
So athletics, acrobatics?
Athletics, DC's 10.
Is it also acrobatics or just athletics?
Yes, either works, sorry.
Hey.
Oh yeah, you're free. What would you like to do, Elysia? Do you run to the exit or do you go to try and help your friends?
I am mostly ranged, so I will run to the exit.
Right
The
away.
exit with Lotho. And it's the claw's turn. Joy, are you staying with Astraea?
Yeah.
Well, it pulls Astraea to the great beyond.
No,
Do you
Astraea, not
go
the
with Astraea, or do you let go?
I think Astraea is gonna kick you away if you don't let go.
She's not gonna let go.
Astraea, you can try one strength check versus Joy's strength to try and kick her away. Joy, can you also give me strength to try and hold on?
Sure.
Yeah! No! And you see Astraea boom get pulled up into the light, which abruptly turns a horrifying green color. And upon that, you see it flashes green, and then the music stops. And all the stuffed animals just kind of flop onto the ground. And Astraea is gone. Astraea, wait, Bartholomew shop sometime later.
With one last thing, can I say that the stuffed animal that I was carrying around with me falls? The
Absolutely.
stuffed basilisk
Falls in the air.
slowly through the air.
That's
In
amazing.
slow motion. And
Yeah.
Joy catches it. It just cries.
There's some blood on it.
Sometime later, Joy is crying. Lotho and Elysia try and get Joy to go. And it's like hard to do that. And then you hear more ka-chink, ka-chink, the sound of coins being put into the machine. And you all get to the exit and you run. It's a dark hallway. You walk down for about 30 seconds. And suddenly everything seems to shift. It's like you're now facing down instead of facing forward. And you begin to plummet. As you're in this, actually, your magical wings go away, Joy, as you begin to fall. And as you fall forward, you just see a bright light ahead of you in weird green distorted lettering, which says, "Thank you, come again." You slam into these green letters and immediately feel yourselves propelled out through the the entrance, the archway into the zoo. You come flying out of the brick wall and kind of scatter across the cobblestones of the city park or the city square.
Elysia will grab shoulder of Joy and also cry for Astraea.
And
She was so young, so
As-
precious,
as
so
you all
little.
cry and are sad about the loss of your companion, the thunder cracks in the background, and you all come to the conclusion: this is a fucking shitty place to go on a date. And with that, you make your way back to Bartholomew's shop. You all get 100 Bartholomew bucks, 1 point of experience, and you've completed my slightly longer than usual adventure. Thanks for playing, guys.
Thanks for killing me, Jeremy. I think this is the first time you've actually managed to kill me.
Well, that's because I used a bullshit claw machine.
Well, you also tried to